earlier this week, President Muhammadu Buhari approved the establishment of the Nigerian Diaspora Investment Trust Fund, a private sector investment window with Nigerians in the diaspora to support direct investment in the country. President Buhari said Nigeria remains open to welcoming diaspora direct investment by compatriots abroad. The president, who also pledged support for the establishment of the Diaspora Intervention Fund Commission to fulfill its mandate, said the foreign exchange remittances by Nigerians in the diaspora had not only helped families but enhanced the development index of Nigeria. Well, joining us now to look at the possibilities and difficulties in the same breath regarding this initiative is Chief Daniel Eke, a certified public accountant. Good to have you with us, Chief.
Good to have you.
All right,
good to be here.
Yeah. We've heard the intro there, but can you explain better the objectives of the Diaspora Investment Funding and the timing of its establishment? Why now?
I would say that I was very elated that the president approved it, gave his okay on the Diaspora Investment Trust Fund. It is very vital that the economic power of the diasporans is harnessed and channeled towards Nigeria's economy because it's very powerful. It is highly timely because with the trust fund, targeted interventions through donations of the diasporans will have a direct impact on the areas that is targeted.
All right.
Can I ask what areas that are targeted in these donations from the diasporans specifically?
Well, I haven't seen any white paper yet on the trust fund. So I'm speaking from just knowledge of this type of trust funds.
Okay.
So take example.
All right, go ahead.
The COVID-19.
Right.
COVID-19, if the trust fund was in place, lots of donations from the diaspora because we were heavily impacted in America. So we understand that if America, with the best of technology, best of everything, is decimated by COVID, how much more Africa? So diasporans are very, very much taken in on this. If that fund was available, there could have been enormous donations that could be targeted to COVID relief.
Okay. So to a large extent, how could Nigeria as a country attract more foreign direct investment? You know our challenges in terms of our monolithic economy. You'd expect by now we should be harking. Yes, the issue of deregulation of the economy, we should find more sectors to build on, not just reliance on oil. So to a large extent, with our own internal problems, even the security issues as well, how do we attract more people to come in and invest?
I'm very happy that this is coming to the forefront because for so long, Nigeria as a country has neglected the power of its diasporans. The diasporans are heavily economically viable. So the question is, how can we make them spend more money, make direct investment in Nigeria? It is the policy we have. I'll just give you just one point.
Okay.
Most diasporans, when they travel abroad, because of economic necessity, they become citizens of those countries, but their heart is Nigeria. Sure. Of course, once you're Nigerian, you're Nigerian.
Right.
They just go there to survive. Yeah. Now, when they go there to survive and they want to come to visit, say during Christmas, you apply for a visa in October. They don't give you appointment until February 2022. You applied it. How can you come December? So my thing is there should be a policy change. There should be visa free. I mean, come on. What does it take? Take $200 at the port. Give the person visa. He stays 2 weeks, spend his money and go back. So why all this, bottlenecks? There are at least 186 countries that I, as an American citizen, will just go. I wake up tomorrow, I say, I want to go to visit South Africa. I don't need any hassle. I just go there, pay them $100, and they stamp me in for 2 days or 3 days. I go back. And that's how business people operate. When I I started a telecommunication company in the East. I went to a breakfast meeting in California. And then we talked, and it sounded good. I said, okay, you know what? No more, no, let's not bullshit. I'll buy you a ticket. We'll go to Nigeria the next day. And the next day, we were in Nigeria. You see, I could do that because I'm a Nigerian. But investors, that's how they think.
Yeah.
That's how they do. There shouldn't be bottleneck.
The ease of doing business.
Ease of doing business.
And it's good that that thought is being put into it. But my question now is, what impact can Nigerians in the diaspora have on the Nigerian economy in Nigeria? What can they do? Okay,
let's just be statistical now. There is an estimate that we have about 20 million Nigerians abroad. I think it's more. But just let's take 2% come back every year, December. 2%, that translates to 400,000 Nigerians. An average diasporian, when they come to Nigeria, they spend about $3,000 in 2 weeks. Half of them spend way more than that, but just about $3,000. That translates to 1.5 million naira each person, if your exchange rate is 500. And that translates, if you multiply it out, that 400,000 people would translate to about $1.2 billion, or 600 million naira. 600 billion naira, pumping into the economy in 2 weeks. Do you know what that would do? That would shake up everywhere. I know how much I spend just coming.
Yeah.
Hotels get booked by me. Cab drivers, food, entertainment, So there are so many, at least 50 people are employed through me whenever I come to Nigeria in 2 weeks. So if that could be encouraged, that's just tourism. See, our idea of tourism is white people coming to Nigeria. No, it's diasporians and Black Americans and all the people that have interest in Nigeria.
And people trying to trace their roots as well.
You got it. And we need to tap into that. There are so many I'm married to a Black American for 30 years. There are so many Black Americans that want to. Just the idea of coming to Nigeria. When my mother-in-law came to Nigeria, she laid down on the tarmac, and thank God that she finally came to her roots. You see what I'm saying? It's very passionate. We gotta tap into that passion. And the Black Americans represent, if it's a country, it would be about the 4th richest country in the world. So, and we're not tapping into it. Ghana is tapping into it.
I guess it's about the government trying to figure out a way of tapping into it, because like you said, those informal channels exist, especially in the entertainment and art sectors. Around Christmas time, you're right, and with weddings, there's a lot of inflow.
Yep.
I know Ghana has definitely tried to implement them.
My son came last year with 4 of his friends, and these are yuppies. I mean, they are master's degree computer engineers. They have money. They had so much trouble getting visa coming to Nigeria. He said to me, Dad, is this worth it? I mean, Ghana, I sent them my passport. I got visa the next day. I said to him, no excuses, you must, come to Nigeria. So they stayed in Nigeria for a week and went to Ghana. So what I'm saying, and I know how much they spend because I control their money.
All right, Chief, okay, we looked at the positives, but when we talk about the issue of inflation, which is still a major challenge in Nigeria's economy, and the Naira itself has not fared favorably with the dollar recent times. So when you put these factors together, isn't that a defeatist trend towards the diaspora funding objectives?
You mean the depreciation of Naira?
The depreciation of the Naira. Isn't that affecting it negatively?
No. As a matter of fact, it incentivizes diasporans to invest, because when your money is stronger, you have more purchasing power. So the incentive will be to invest. If you bring $1, you can change it to 500. That gives you economic power that you invest. But nonetheless, the exchange rate issue, or the inflation, the only way it will be abated is through more economic activity. And more economic activity could be through tourism, like what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I keep saying it until somebody hears it, because I've been abroad. This is my 42nd year I've been living in America. And God knows, I've done everything I could.
And of course, which brings us to the issue of the deregulation of the economy itself. We should expand into more sectors, realistically, not just on paper.
Correct. Correct. And it is easy to do. Easy to do. We knock down the policy hiccups. Make Nigeria visa-free. If nothing else, to the economically rich countries. If you are worried that there will be influx of poor people coming into Nigeria and trying to live, give it to Germany, give it to Britain, give it to America, give it to, Italy, France, and all that. Because those are the people, let's forget sentiments. We want the people that have money to come and invest in Nigeria, help our economy. By God, forget ego. Make it possible for them. China did it. China was starving. China opened up its economy. And American foreign Westerners invested in China. Now China is a powerhouse. They can challenge America. They can challenge Europe. They can challenge anybody. You can only do that when you have the economic power. If you don't have economic power, you make policies that will help your people. Don't worry about your people. Because if foreigners come here with $20,000 to West in two weeks, it is Nigerians that are benefiting. And the money is coming from somewhere, which is investment. So direct investment is not just building houses and all that, or Chinese coming and building factory. No, it is really our people, the people we have, who are outside. That is the key we need to, unlock.
How do we get them to come here? Like, we were talking about the ease of doing business or the lack thereof in Nigeria. We have an increasing issue with insecurity. We know that we have a lot of trust issues with our government. It's just how to wrangle those two things to get even foreigners to come and stay here and do the business, even when we're struggling to do business ourselves.
Let's look at insecurity. What causes insecurity? It's the economic downturn. When people don't have money, if I don't have money, I'm starving and I have 3 kids, and they are dad, I need money, I need to eat. And I'm looking at you with $5,000 ring, and you eating caviar and all that. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, not that I would, but I'm saying, a good person may be tempted to take that ring and feed his family. What is life without...
It's too late to cover the ring.
Definitely made a good...
No, don't cover it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So insecurity, I would leave that with the government. They have to deal with that.
Okay.
But policies that enhances the economic, that unleashes economic power of whoever or of Nigerian economy will help abet insecurity. But government also has to deal with it.
Very much so. Chief Daniel Eke, so great to have this discussion with you. Thank you for coming in this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My pleasure.